Commentary comes from Rob McLean.
No need for Stephen Robinson to change the Motherwell team, which won at Dundee last time out on the back of drawing with Rangers. Back into the starting lineup for Hearts after a long injury absence as Arnaud Djoum, Callum Morrison plays, Ben Garuccio and Stephen McLean drop out. Up goes Main, that's Johnson, and Curtis Main with a really good hit. Bang on target. And that's a good save from Bobby Zlamal in goal for Hearts. Suter's header clear, flicked on by Johnson, linking up well with Main. This is Richard Tate from the angle. And forcing Zlamal into another save. Unlikely though he was to score from there. Craig Levein in the director's box in contact with the technical area. Biggie Mana's free kick coming off the head of Naismith. That's Andy Rose. And Peter Hartley struck that really well. Good technique from the central defender. And this flicked off the head of Jimmy Dunn. Motherwell have started well. Carl McHugh's back pass is dropping short. In goes Ikpeazu. Carson's in trouble, and Stephen Naismith will score his 8th Hearts goal of the season, 9 if you add on the Scotland goal against Albania. It's a nightmare for McHugh. The back pass was never making it. Carson in trouble. Naismith scores, and this is really painful for Trevor Carson. In all sorts of ways, the goalkeeper stays down, and it's the end of the match for the Northern Ireland international. And Stephen Robinson will need to make a change. Off he goes on a stretcher. The former Carlisle and Walsall goalkeeper Mark Gillespie takes his place. Ollie Lee's free kick. Peter Haring has missed a sitter. Well, it should have been 2-0, and that might well have been game over. Alan Campbell as Motherwell plot a way back. Bigirimana, great ball in from McHugh. Well, what a sweet moment that might have been for McHugh had he diverted this past Zlamal. But Hearts still in front, and it could be another tonic for the recovering Craig Levein. Lee's free kick, defended pretty well by Motherwell. Arnaud Djoum can get this back in, and flapping at it was Gillespie, the substitute goalkeeper. But he did enough to just get this out of the danger zone. Lee delivers, and that's Jimmy Dunn's header, which is clawed away back in from Lee, looking for Ikpeazu. And his close range effort goes wide of goal. Good save by Gillespie. So difficult to play against Uche Ikpeazu. And this is Djoum. And Dimitri Mitchell is in, and Gillespie makes another really important save, and he keeps Motherwell in the game. The on loan Manchester United man threatening here to make it to the best part of 3,000 travelling Hearts fans here, hoping their team can make it 5 league wins out of 5. Here's Ollie Lee going close. Good strike from the midfielder, fizzing a couple of feet wide of target. Bigirimana, a bit part player for Motherwell last season, much more central to what the team is doing this time around. That's a lovely ball in for Andy Rose, couldn't quite get it gathered up as he raced in on goal, and he looks across and sees an offside flag up in any case.
First and foremost, an individual error actually costs us the game, and then the decision that went against us, you know, a 50-50 ball, but Trevor clearly gets the ball. I have the benefit of watching it back again. Bobby doesn't, so it's a very difficult one for him to call. But I mean, potentially our goalkeeper's got a broken ankle or a broken fibula, so it's disappointing to lose the game like that. The overall balance of it, there wasn't a whole lot in between the two teams. I thought, if anything, we had more of the possession without really hurting them in the final third of the pitch, if the truth be told.
I think we were worthy winners, certainly on chances and possession, I would imagine. And I'm thrilled to come here and get 3 points, because it is a tough place to play. I mean, I thought today wasn't as difficult as some of the games that we've had here recently.
Well, Hearts absolutely soaring. It's 5 wins out of 5, but a sore one for Trevor Carson, the Motherwell goalkeeper. Let's take a very close look at this, shall we? In the end, let's cut to the chase. Could this technically have been a red card?
I'm not sure about that, Jonathan, but one thing's for sure, this is a terrible pass back from Carl McHugh. He stitches his goalkeeper up, and then it looks like a 50-50. I can understand why the referee hasn't given it. None of the Motherwell players react. It happens so incredibly quickly. But Ikpeazu is late. He's late to the challenge. It should have been a foul, and therefore it shouldn't have been a goal.
Endangering the safety of a player, Michael? He has to go for it, though. That's his argument.
It's fractional. It's within a millisecond.
Ikpeazu has to go for it. You see it here. I don't think, there it is, studs right on the ankle. It
is an ankle breaker.
It is a real sore one. But I don't think he tries to go in with his studs to win the ball. He's going in to get his foot round it to go past the goalkeeper. And
regardless of the intent.
Yeah, but Thomas says it's a split second late. Yes, in the end, he has endangered Trevor Carson. But if you go back and look at this retrospectively, and you say that is endangering the goalkeeper, you can't go into challenge it, you end up taking out all sort of contact or tackles out of the game.
Quickly. It happened too quickly.
And the thing is, as well, it's very difficult. You hear Stephen Robinson saying at the end there, you can see that Trevor Carson clearly wins the ball. And he did get it right, only when you watch the replay
watched it back.
Because the challenge looks like a 50-50. It looks as if the two of them win the ball at the same time, and it rebounds for Stephen Naismith. Yes, I'm with Tom. It's a free kick. I'm a little bit loath to say that it should be a red card. But technically, you probably could get a red card.
People are always looking for consistency from the laws of the game, aren't they? That's the thing.
Yeah, but as I said, to explain that, if you take all those incidents and retrospectively look at it, you'd end up taking almost every challenge.
You can understand the frustration from Stephen Robinson having gone back and looked at it and seen that it was a foul. But at real speed, at live time, it's a very difficult decision to make.
Absolutely, of course it is, absolutely. Great win for Hearts. Such a great start to the season. John Souttar, what a week for him as well. Huge force for Hearts and a huge force in the international scene for Scotland.
I thought he was great in the Scotland games, especially the second one, and he's really matured as a player physically as well. And I think that's one thing that stood out for me, is that he doesn't get dominated in the air as much. Look at this, he had one like this in the Scotland game, he actually got booked for it, but he's going and dominating balls in the air, and we know that he's a very technical footballer as well. Look at this pass, the quality of that pass is sensational. And he's getting better every single year. He captained Hearts yesterday. It shows the faith that Craig Levein has in him as well. And he's having a fantastic start to the season.
John Souttar, obviously, I think he's a real force. I'm not sure that he's a force, but a real force for me, Jonathan, in the Hearts team and for the national side as well.
What are you talking about?
And,
I don't know, I didn't get that.
I think the most important thing is that Christophe Berra, obviously getting injured, question marks about was John Souttar going to be able to continue the form that he's had. He's just gone from strength to strength. And, there's a lot of similarities for me, and I'm not going to, pigeonhole him as Rio Ferdinand's level, but when you look at Rio Ferdinand as a youngster, there was a lot of criticism about lacking concentration, making mistakes, technically a very good player, but was he a defender? And you see John Souttar, and he's only 21-year-old, and I think that defensive side of his game is coming to the fore now. But as you saw with a couple of those long-ranging passes, he's got that in his locker as well.
I think you can see with his body shape as well. He's no longer a wee boy, although he's got a very young-looking face. He has built up. He's bulked up, and that's proven in the way that he's playing.